What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. As today we get set to face the Denver Nuggets, man. This is going to be a heck of a game. At least it should be on paper. Hopefully the Lakers show up to play, because if not, we're in for a hell of a game. Look, 2 games away from the playoffs. We're right there, guys. We are right there, like where games really start mattering. So it's not going to be no more excuses. I've been hearing a lot of people say, hey, well, we're not playing right now. What up, Max? We're not playing right now. People are saying, chill, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm all for it. I'm confident in this team. However, they have to start showing me something, man, and it has to start today. I better see something. I better see a fight. If it ain't a victory, I at least want to see the fight. I at least want to see good basketball, share the rock, all that good stuff. What's up, everybody? Hey, but it's a new day, guys. New day, new opportunities. And as such, today KCP will be out for precaution. Obviously, he was hit in the ribs last game. So they're going to sit him out, take a look at somebody else in the starting lineup today. Kyle Kuzma gets a start alongside of AD and LeBron. So that's something we haven't seen in the bubble yet. All 3 of those guys together on the floor at the same time to start. That's great news. What up, Lamar? What's up, bro? Let's get it. He said, let's get it. Almost playoff time. 2 games away. Literally, we played today, and then we played Thursday versus Sacramento. By the way, I think that's a 10:30 a.m. tip-off. So I'm gonna be here bright and early. Not sure if I'm gonna do pregame for that time, because obviously in the morning a lot of you guys don't wake up, so I don't want to be doing pregame for just 1 or 2 people. Although that would be pretty neat. We would have a deep conversation. But yeah, probably that one's gonna be in the morning. So I'm not sure if I'm doing pregame. Postgame is a definite. Dan, you've been calling for Kuzma to start. Here it is. Here's a shot. Now, obviously, I want to see how he adapts to playing with LeBron and AD. I know he goes off whenever one of those 2 don't start and he starts. But let's see if he can maybe take some pressure off, and hopefully, he can stretch the floor for us, because he's been shooting exceptionally well. You saw Skip Bayless get owned by Dame. That's my guy. Damian Lillard is my guy, man. He's a truth teller. We should rip away the truth from the lie that is Paul Pierce, and give it to Damian Lillard, because he is the truth, the real truth. It's always Dame time. Anytime he steps out on the court and off the court, he got bars, so he's the truth. He said, W coming, long overdue. Long overdue, but I'm more concerned about how we play tonight than a dub. Today, we're facing the Nuggets. They're no joke. They have Jamal Murray back, obviously Jokic. They have young players that are rising up in the bubble, like Morris. And then also, let's not forget Michael Porter Jr., who I believe is going to be a star of this league. So they have plenty of good veterans as well, guys like Paul Millsap. So he said, no doubt I believe in Kuzma. Absolutely, bro. Dan, I don't get why JaVale is still in the starting lineup. He just doesn't work well with AD because of spacing. He gets exposed by other bigs who stretch the floor and post up. Well, there's one reason why JaVale McGee is in the lineup, and that is because he is 7 feet tall and he gives us a height advantage. That's the main reason. Dan, for FanDuel, who do you have? Dion Waiters, Bates Diop from Denver? I haven't, I forgot. I put in probably 15 lineups today, so I don't remember exactly what I have. I do know I picked up Dion Waiters on a couple of them, so that's probably your best bet. He didn't play last game, so I expect him to play this game, since Coach Frank Vogel said he was fluctuating minutes and trying to see what combinations work. But I do love the fact that the rookie's been playing, and I'm curious to see if he'll play again today. If he plays again today, then I think it'll be some sort of an indicator that he may get minutes in the playoffs. You know how much minutes in the playoffs for a young rookie? That could be huge for his confidence, man. He said, I can't wait to see Kuzma in the starting 5. Should be fun, Patchy Cole. It should be absolutely fun, bro. But you know what, Hugo? If I were you, I'd mix it up. I'd put maybe Dion Waiters on 2 lineups, and then Kate's, Bates Diop if you need some sort of a bargain player on the other lineups. If you guys haven't played FanDuel or DraftKings, check it out, man. It's a good chance for you to win big money, or even a little chump change here and there. Either way, man. Depends on how much you play. He said, I wish AD played the 5. It would open up the floor. You know what? We'll see what happens in the playoffs, because I don't think he's going to be opposed to that if it makes him more effective and it gets him closer to the basket. So we'll see. But I'm open to whatever. I just want to see us succeed and play with good chemistry, move the ball, and find that same joy we were playing with before we came into the bubble. You're welcome. You're welcome. He'll go anytime, bro. Dan, I love what I saw from Quinn Cook. Yeah, I've been telling you, I've been vouching for this guy all year because I've seen him play throughout his career. I know he's capable of big games. However, can he do that consistently for us? That's the key right there. Especially if we call on him to start here or there, or even get some major minutes off the bench. We need him to be that combo guard that comes in and puts in buckets and playmates a little bit. Then I fear the Nuggets more than the Flippers. Michael Porter Jr. and Bobo are scary. I agree with you, Max. I've been saying it all year long. That's the one team that I think can be a dark horse in the West. They have everything. They have all the tools basically to compete and maybe even surprise some teams. So, yes, that is a very scary team, and just keep a lookout for them. They're the dark horse of the West, and the Toronto Raptors are the dark horse of the East. Dan, he said, excited to see Talon's future. Hopefully we don't trade him and we actually hold on to him, because a lot of these young core players that I've been telling you guys about for years, the Thomas Bryants, players like that, we've actually ended up trading, and now you can see them flourish with other teams. So hopefully we hold on to Talon, we hold on to Kuz, we hold on to Caruso, some of our younger players. So that would be nice. Hey, what's up, Ira? How you doing? Good to see you. She said, do you like what Vogel is doing this late, experimenting in lineups instead of getting the starters and bench, get the most out of minutes as possible before the playoffs? You know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a veteran coach. It's not like he's new, like Luke Walton or somebody inexperienced. I think he's trying to accomplish two things. One, he's trying to see who he can rely on, find little diamonds in the rough, guys like Talon Horton. And two, I think he's not trying to show his hand too much before the playoffs, because everybody's scouting right now. You think Portland is already scouting us as if they made the playoffs. So everybody's scouting us right now. I'm pretty sure they're salivating, thinking they have a chance to beat us. But when we turn on the Jets and we hit them with the true rotation, I think hopefully we can take off on them. Well, not just them. I think everybody's scouting us. You see the Phoenix Suns are 6-0. Shout out to them, by the way. They've been extremely impressive. But again, I think something I mentioned in my last video, these young players are thriving without the crowd noise and without the distractions. So that's why you see guys like Michael Porter, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, guys having big-time games. And if you have a fantasy draft or FanDuel or daily fantasy, I suggest you draft as many young players as possible, because what I've noticed in the trend is that younger players have thrived more than veterans throughout the bubble. Now, obviously, there's a couple of veterans and guys that have been in the league, obviously, that are playing like stars, guys like I already forgot his name. That's how irrelevant he used to be. But the guy from the Pacers that just killed us the other night. I don't know why. Sometimes I forget players' names, but I know exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys like that are thriving because it's different. The bubble is different. I feel like they feel like it's summer league type atmosphere. So, right now, if you have fantasy draft, I suggest get as many young players as possible. Make yourself some quick cash. That's the DTLF advice. But make sure, TJ Warren. Thank you, Lamar. TJ Warren. It was right there in the back of my head. I don't know. I always forget. But yes, all these guys that we're not used to, like balling out, are taking off. Guys like Michael Porter Jr., who, by the way, has the potential. I'm not saying he's not capable of this outside of the bubble. I'm just saying, like, they've arrived earlier than expected because of the bubble. And I feel like our superstars, guys like Anthony Davis, have to get comfortable still. Guys like LeBron has even said and mentioned how it's different playing without the crowd. So these guys that have been around the league dominating for years have to adapt to this new environment, whereas younger guys haven't really got comfortable in the league, are basically like, playing in their backyard. So is it Denver can drop to fourth if they lose all three, Lakers, Clippers, Raptors? These standings are insane. There's 4 teams battling it out for the 8th spot. So we have absolutely no idea who we're going to face. It's looking like it's going to be Portland or Phoenix, but it could be San Antonio, could come out of nowhere. We don't know. Bottom line is, this is very interesting, and I love it. It's playoff atmosphere. Guys are already talking smack. Damian Lillard shutting them up, waving them by. I love it. This is what we love about the playoffs: the intensity, the trash talking, the people, over jumping to conclusions like Skip Bayless that are gonna have to eat their words later on. The drama of it all, guys, is here and it's live, and I'm here for it. I'm all about it, man. I want all the smoke, so I love it. I can't wait to see how we look in the playoffs, how everybody else looks in the playoffs, how young players perform in the playoffs, everything. Because the playoffs is one thing about the playoffs, and it may apply this year or it may not. But this is where you really find who the true future stars of tomorrow are. If guys like Talon Horton Tucker can fear no pressure and just perform in the playoffs, if he drops another 10 points off the bench in the playoffs, if he gets the playing time at all, that's where you really find out what they're made of, because that's when the real pressure comes on. And remember, When you're seeing a team night after night after night, they start locking you up and taking away your strengths, especially the good defensive teams. And so it's very interesting to see the character of a player, see if he folds, if he turns the ball over, if he makes poor decisions, take dumb, ill-advised shots or whatever, or if he thrives under the pressure and takes his game, ramps his game up to another level. So I'm excited to see Kuzma in this scenario. Obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis are the main guys that we're going to see ramp it up. But who else is going to step up? Is Danny Green finally going to earn that paycheck? I hope so. Is Rondo going to come back and be that floor general that he has been at times for us consistently, though, throughout the playoffs? I hope so. Is Dwight Howard going to turn back the clock and turn to Superman, start dunking on people and blocking shots left and right? I hope so. Anything's possible in the playoffs, but the real ones always emerge, and the fake ones, well, just ask Paul George what happened. He keeps folding and folding and folding. So that's why he's catching a lot of flack, because you coming at a freaking MVP candidate that always gets snubbed, and Damian Lillard, in my opinion. Somebody who's hit clutch shot after clutch shot, series-defining shots. And like he mentioned, he smacked one in Patrick Beverley's face when he played for Houston, and he smacked one in Paul George's face when he played for the Thunder. So they're not on this level. They should just be quiet. I believe the chart showed Damian Lillard had 10 game winners to Paul George 0. So, you know. Dan, give us your playoff picture and matchup predictions, and which matchups are you excited about? Well, Ira, as of right now, we don't have to set matchups, but I would love to see Lakers Blazers in the first round. I think we would beat them in 5 or 6 because we're too potent with our superstars. Even though they have some firepower in the backcourt, I think can give us a 7-game series and we'll figure them out in about 5 or 6. That would be great. In the first round, I would love to see either the Rockets or the Dallas Mavericks face off against the Clippers. I think they have a good shot. So that would be a great matchup. But I will do a breakdown video soon as we find out the matchups with my predictions and everything. And we're going to look at everything. So thank you for the question. I was already thinking of that. So I can't wait for that to break it down with you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live with that or if I'm just going to do a video with my predictions, showing video clips and stuff like that. So what do you guys prefer? You guys want me to come on live with my reaction once the playoff picture is set? Or you guys want me just to do like one of these scripted videos with my opinions that I've done before, like the Talon Horn Tucker one? So I'll let you guys vote on that. Dan, do you think the Suns will make the playoffs? They're 6-0. So it's going to come down to the last couple of games. I don't know, honestly. I would love to see Portland and Phoenix battle it out for the final spot in the little mini series. That would be awesome, man. You guys want to see me live, huh? Y'all love your boy. I appreciate that, man. Thank y'all so much. I'd love to see Portland and LA Lakers, the best in Dame versus Bron. Yes, that would be amazing. Dan LeVert crushed the Clippers. By the way, he won me some money because I had Karis LeVert yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, I had him on my fantasy draft. So he definitely won me some money. Not much, but he won me a couple bucks. I'll take it. Everybody want to see me go live? I got you guys, man. The people asked for it. You guys got it. They live today, Lakers versus Nuggets? Yeah. Today at 6, basically at the top of the hour, Lakers Nuggets. LeVert be balling. I love Karis LeVert, man. So last year, was it last year when he was playing with D'Angelo Russell? See, this whole coronavirus hiatus thing got me tripping. I don't know if it was this year, last year, or the year before that. See, it feels like years in between from all this time that we were without basketball. So my apologies if my timeline seems a little shifted. But yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure. I'll go live with the playoff predictions and my reactions as soon as we get them. And I'm excited. Oh, my goodness. Playoff talk, man. I love it. He's the same here. I feel like, hey, Lamar, the timeline is shifted. And you know what's crazy? When the season ends, they're going to get like a month of break, and then they're going to have to come back for regular season around December from what I'm hearing. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hugo, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. He said, Dan, love your channel, and I would like to see you go live. I got you, bro. In the flesh, I'll be right here with my reaction. As soon as we get the exact table chart of the playoffs, I'm coming right here to you guys, and I'm going to talk about every single series, man. I'm going to break it down. Now, bring your popcorn because it might be a long video, but it'll be worth it because we haven't had playoff basketball talk in a minute, man. Thank you, big baby. You too, bro. He said, sir, are you streaming Lakers versus Nuggets right now? I'll watch it. Thank you. No, but I do have a link for you, man. So follow me on Twitter if you want that link. Guaranteed, certified to work, man. So follow me. I can't post it on here, but I got you. If you come on my Twitter or even my Instagram, whatever is easier for you, man. I'm not trying to get followers. I'm just trying to help you out. So you can even unfollow me afterwards if you'd like. I'll still give you the link just for showing up to the channel. So appreciate you. Dan, do the strippers lose to the Nets and nobody talking about it? Come on, stop making excuses. You know what? I'm going to focus on our team because our team is going through some struggles, but it's only the last couple of days of the bubble. I'm not worried about the Clippers. The Clippers got their own problems to worry about. I've been, they're over here causing a stir up with Dame. Man, that's a hurricane that's a storm you don't want to wake. Even though most likely they're not going to face off in the playoffs, you definitely don't want to make that hurricane start brewing, whether it be regular season playoffs or anything. You've seen what Damian Lillard did as soon as he got done basically smacking the Clippers, like on Twitter and all that. He turned around and dropped a 50-piece. So that's that Mamba mentality that we've seen Damian have. And, Paul George is nowhere near his level, in my opinion. Dan, Dwight needs to bring back the arm sleeve for the playoffs. He looks more intimidating. Man, as long as he brings his game, I'm happy. As long as he brings his game. He said, is it coaching? Why can't we avoid double teams on AD? Why can't we get past them? Let me tell you why, Tony. Because we haven't been knocking down shots. Once we start knocking down those shots consistently, then the defense is going to have to respect. And they're going to try to double team, but late. And by then, AD will beat them with that first step or kick out of the double. Either way, we have to knock down shots if we want things to go over smoothly for both LeBron and Anthony Davis. And that's why I'm happy that Kuzma is starting tonight. Hopefully his shot still continues to fall and he's able to spread the floor and do some things off the dribble to help out LeBron and AD because they really need some help in that starting lineup. They haven't got too much support there. He said AD needs to learn how to pass out. He's done a good job. They just haven't knocked down shots. I'm going to be honest. He had one bad game and people already basically crucified him. Now, we can't do that. He said, I was thinking last night after the season, the front office is going to need to make moves. We will see. We will see because if we win the championship, maybe a tweak or two only. But if we don't, then yes, I agree with you. But we need it, man. We need this championship. I believe that we can make the proper adjustment to win. Does anyone know the starting five tonight? Yes, it is LeBron James, Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, Anthony Davis, and JaVale McGee. That's your starting five, bro. That's officially reported by Mike Trudell on Twitter. So how do I know this? Follow me on Twitter, guys. As soon as they tweet it out, I retweet it. You guys get the same information I do, even before I come on this video. So he said, we definitely making moves for show. Bet any amount of money. He said, I hope Dinwiddie goes to the Lakers. That would be a dope addition. However, there's plenty of upgrades that could be had in free agency, if not via trade. So we'll see. Right now, let's just focus on the playoffs. They're around the corner. Let's see who's going to step up and who's going to make a name for themselves, man. It's the time. It's about that time. Dan, go watch the kid Elijah Hughes out of Syracuse. For sure, I'll check him out. People have been telling me about him for sure. I'll check him out. He said, we'll love Deion over Green. Well, Deion Waiters is the type of player that needs the ball in his hands to be effective. With LeBron and AD in the starting lineup, I'm not sure it will work out. That's why they bring him off the bench. We do need another ball handler, especially with Rondo being out. So, yeah, that's why he comes off the bench. I don't know if he'll ever start even with injuries, but we'll see. Will it be super funny if we get Ball back? Lonzo's struggling right now, but I believe in him, man. Obviously, he needs to get out of his own head. I feel like he's his worst enemy. Again, this is what the analysts predicted, and I'll give them credit because they were right on this front. He came into the league with a lot of pressure because of his pops doing all this. So he had a target on his back, and so far he hasn't lived up to it. Now, he showed some promise, and I'm a big fan of his, but so far he hasn't lived up to that lottery hype. I think so far De'Aaron Fox has had a better career. Obviously, Tatum has had a way better career. So he's not a bust. It's way too early to call a player a bust. People were saying that about Markelle Fultz. And look at him. He's actually carving out a nice little career for himself early on in his career. But he needs to be better developed. I don't think he mixes well with Drew Holiday there. He needs to be the primary ball handler on a team. And again, for some reason, I'm not sure that works out for the Lakers since we got LeBron. But I do like Lonzo, and I think he will be just fine. Dame to the Lakers will be lit. Oh, man. You don't understand. If Damian Lillard came to the Lakers, I would buy his jersey day one because I've been a fan of him since he came out of Weber State, man. He's been fun to watch. And I don't know if you guys noticed, some players draft certain positions extremely well. It's like they're enamored by the guard position. Portland, they draft guards extremely well. They've had the likes of Brandon Roy, You know, they've had guys like Clyde Drexler. Well, he's more of a wing, but still, you can be considered a guard. You know, Brandon Roy, Clyde Drexler. They've had C.J. McCollum, Damian Lillard. Like, they draft really good guards over the times, and it's impressive. It's impressive. They only missed out on, and again, he's more of a wing forward, Kevin Durant. But so far, they're very good at drafting guards, even more so than bigs. He said, "Can you imagine if Kobe had come? Oh my Lord." He said, "Dan, I hope THC gets more playing time in the 2 next games." Well, if the last game was any indicator, and based on what Coach has said, I think he's continuing to earn the trust, and let's see if that translates to today, or if Frank Vogel's going to try a different rotation just to see what meshes well with what, right? But I think, yeah, Talon Horton-Tucker is very, very unique in his ability, where he can defend, he can slash, and he can knock down the shot. And he also has good handles for his size. Very young player. What is he, 18, 19? Youngest player in the draft this year. So, you know, he has a future ahead of him for sure. If you guys haven't seen what he did for the G League, then go ahead and tune in, watch his highlights. The kid has elite moves to the basket. Like, he can slash. We haven't seen too much of it because we haven't seen him play throughout the course of the season. But again, in the G League, he showed a lot of promise. He said, Dame wants revenge on the Clippers. Love it, man. You know what? The Clippers get themselves in trouble because their mouth is just so stupid. Like, they keep running that. Like, just be quiet and play. Shut up and play. Even the analysts are saying that the pressure is on the Clippers now to win the championship. This is a good thing because we're quietly going to sneak up on everybody now without as much pressure as the Clippers are putting on themselves. Like, they seriously believe they have the trophy just because they got that bubble ring. They feeling themselves too much. But what's going to happen is somebody's going to punch in the mouth. And the sooner the better, because the harder I laugh. If they get eliminated in the first round, I'm going to lose my head. I'm going to be like the Joker, man. I'm going to lose my mind laughing out loud. I'm going to laugh my way to work, back home. I'll be laughing everywhere. Because I know Clipper fans left and right, man. As soon as they got a formidable team, they became Clipper fans. So I can't wait to just rub it in their face. They lose first or second round. Third round, well, I guess you can consider that an overachievement for that franchise because they ain't won nothing. But hopefully they lose in the first or second round. That way I can really rub it in, you know, right where the cut is. Just want to rub in the salt, right in the wound. The Dame is talking to his family about going to Lakers. Check it out online. Again, I'm not going to buy into none of the rumors, guys. First off, it would be really hard to pull off a trade for Damian Lillard. You know, having Anthony Davis and LeBron, at least it's with limited amount of trade bargain chips and roster spots. So, yeah, I really highly doubt that happens unless he somehow became a free agent or requested a trade specifically to the Lakers. So remember, Damian has been all about loyalty. So guys like Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook, they don't like to request trades. The only reason they get traded is when their team figures out they're not going to get over the top with them on the team. So then they turn around and try to cash him out for as many draft picks and young assets as they can. So again, we don't have a lot of draft picks or young assets due to the Anthony Davis trade. So is that really realistic? Not really. I doubt we can land Damian Lillard, although it would be a dream. It would be a dream to have Dame here playing for the Lakers, man. It would truly be Showtime once all over again. He said, I hope Dame goes on a 2011 Dirk run. Not this year, though. I feel you, man. As long as the Lakers are up there, I don't want Dame to go anywhere other than, you know, just regular season fun to watch. But I am a fan. Hey, Dan, where's all the energy when PG was at OKC? That's what I'm saying. Like, ridiculous. Dan, you hear that we might get Rondo for the first round? Yeah, he's been making a speedy recovery. I would say he seems a lot like Wolverine right now, man. I thought it was going to take him like 2 rounds at least to recover from that broken hand. But, you know, he wants to get back. He's hungry. He's starving for another championship. And that's the good thing about having veteran leaders who have been there and led a team to a promised land. They starve for that championship once all over again. And Rondo's a competitor. So I can't wait to see him take the tempo back off the bench, or even if he starts, just help run the team. But I think he'll come off the bench and, you know, just help put everybody in their place. Playoff Rondo is a real thing. People know. They know what's up. He said AD needs to get the ball deeper in the post. I agree with that, Quincy. Absolutely. But the Lakers have to do a better job of running pick and roll and, you know, screens and stuff like that for him, lobs. And also, Rondo will do a great job of getting AD in his spots. Remember, they've played together and they thrive off of each other. We've seen glimpses of it this year. So Rondo will do a good job of getting him the rock. For point guard, Dan, Rondo or Caruso off the bench? I love Caruso, but he can also play some two guard, so it doesn't really have to be a choice. But great question, Ira. If I had to choose, though, I'm always going to go with the playoff experience and the guy that can turn it up in the playoffs, and that's Rondo. Unless Caruso's having himself a ball game, then he gets to close it. But as much as I love AC Fresh, you have to lean a little bit more towards the experience because that's what wins you the championships, you know? Like guys like Derek Fisher always helped us put us over the top. As much as I used to like Jordan Farmer at the time, I'm so glad we had a veteran coach that knew sticking with your vets pays off because Derek Fisher hit some clutch shot after clutch shot after clutch shot. And I'm not sure Jordan Farmer would have hit those, even though he was extremely good, you know, but he was lacking that playoff experience. So for those reasons alone, Rondo. Rondo's the easy choice there. Dan, they probably were Warrior fans before the flip-flop over to the Clippers. Yeah, Clipper fans, there's no such thing as Clipper fans, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. If you weren't around for the Elton Brand, Corey Maggette, Cuttino Mobley days, Sam Cassell days, I don't want to hear you're a Clipper fan. If you don't know who Baron Davis is, when y'all traded Kyrie Irving for him, basically, I don't want to hear you're a Clipper fan. Like, a lot of these people say, I'm a Clipper fan since 2013, 2014. Oh, the Lob City era? Oh, how convenient. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's almost like when LeBron fans come and claim to be Laker fans, but yet every time we lose during the regular season, they used to say stuff like, well, the Lakers are trash. LeBron shouldn't have went there. They don't deserve him, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're not a Laker fan. Stop it. You're LeBron. You know what, you know? So you're basically, I don't want to say it. I don't want to be disrespectful today, but, you know, what pisses me off about player fans that only follow players is that they hold no loyalty to a team. You know what I'm saying? So we respect the Lakers around here, man. It's royalty. No matter who joins, it's always team before player. It's always the name on the front before the name on the back. So that's something that these fair weather fans have to learn before they come here and we accept them. That's why I call them LeBron fans before Laker fans, because they get real disrespectful. And I heard 75% of these tell me we should trade Kuzma for Morris, the one that's with the Clippers, and look how that turned out. And I kept saying, nah, man, that's ridiculous. Kuzma's going to pan out. Morris, I'm not sold on. He's only doing good numbers because he's on a bad team. I said this was my argument, and people were arguing with me, and that's when I realized, man, these LeBron fans taking over. I can't be arguing with them. I just started blocking. They get disrespectful, block. Now, I don't hate LeBron fans. I get it. I was a diehard Kobe fan, but always Lakers first. And so I understand LeBron fans. The only thing I don't understand is, you know, how come they don't still root for the Cavaliers, like especially the ones from Akron. It's like, yo, you should stick with your team even when they struggle through thick and thin. That's what makes winning so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes winning so much better when you stick through it with a team through the struggles, and then they win. It brings tears of joy to your face because you went through those struggles. However, if you're just jumping around from team to team, you don't know what the struggle is like. So it's almost like a rich, spoiled kid, right? A rich, spoiled kid doesn't know what the struggle is, so he doesn't appreciate the reward as much as somebody that went through the grind. So this is how I feel about fandom. If you go through the grind, if you're with your squad through the thick and through the thin, you're going to appreciate and love those championships that much more, and that's a real fan to me. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong in your opinion. I mean, I know there's a lot of LeBron fans that come to my channel. As long as they stay respectful, I respect it. All good. He said, Dan, Kuz ceiling is as high as Siakam. Kuz has a lot of game. However, Siakam's a better overall defender. He uses his reach. It reminds me of Brandon Ingram, the way they use their reach. So they're two total different players. I would consider Brandon Ingram along with Siakam around the same level as far as, well, obviously Siakam is better right now, but I think that's where Brandon Ingram could take his game. You know, similar to KD, but more defensive with the length and stuff like that. He said, Dan, I hope we keep this game close, but lose because I don't want to play the Nuggets in the playoffs. We can't be afraid of nobody. Nobody. Now, I get it. They're all formidable teams. But we can't be afraid of nobody. If you have that championship mentality, if I'm LeBron, I'm telling him, no matter who we face in the playoffs, they taking this L because it's going to take you to fight. Matter of fact, you're more battle-tested. Remember that year we went through so many good teams, and then we ended up beating the Celtics in the 7-game series in the finals in 2010? Well, look at that playoff series. We went through so many great teams, the Spurs, you know, I forgot, the Suns, the battle-tested Suns. We went through so many great teams that by the time we got to the finals, we were ready for that hard-fought series. So, you know, we have to be ready, man. No matter who we face, we got to run through that wall and knock it down. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Love it, man. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the donation, but I appreciate you as well. I will see you guys right here for the post-game recap. I can't wait. Hopefully we have a great game. Hopefully we get this dub. We get back on track because we need it for our psyche, Laker Nation. We had that confidence, and slowly it's being ripped away from a lot of casuals. But those of us that are sticking with our team, we know that we could turn up just like that. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you already haven't, and share. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys after the game. Peace out.